Okay, John, nice to catch up with you as the chairman
Yes.
of Crewe Alexandra's football club, which is great news at the moment, although it's still difficult times that Cheshire East is in Tier 2, and that allows football fans into your stadium.
It does, and obviously we're delighted, not only for the team but for the supporters too, which is great news, isn't it?
Well, what it does, although there's still a long, long way to go to get back to normality, it gives everybody hope because football is the country's #1 game.
It is, and as you say quite rightly, to many people, our supporters, football is a big part of our lives. So to be able to go down the road, getting back to normal, even though it'll be a long road, it's great to be on the road and be able to move forward.
It's been confirmed. I would like you to confirm it. It's 2,000 supporters that can come into your next home game. Is that right?
That's right. That's right. So that is good news for us too, because at least we can invite all our season tickets members to come to that game and to enjoy the next stage of our process.
Yeah, that's one of the sort of follow-up questions I was going to bring in. I'm just going to go back a little bit. How are you working? I know there was a board meeting this week with your fellow directors. How are you going to accommodate them, John? Have you decided where they're going, your fans?
Oh yes, and as you say, there's been a long of hard work by the backroom staff to get us to where we are. The protocols that we've had to develop, the authorities that we had to clear them through. It's been very challenging work that we've done, but I'm glad to say that we've come out with the ability that we can have, as we were saying, to start that process of supporters coming back into the ground. We have to abide by the various restrictions, which will mean that those 2,000 supporters will be in all areas of the ground, not just in one stand. And we've got a lot of procedures to follow. We've written out to our season ticket holders, inviting them to come to the game and send a very detailed outline of what they will find when they arrive there, and the way in which we want them to participate with us and our stewards in order to make sure that we handle all aspects of the game within the protocols that we've got to meet. So we are looking to our supporters to, if you like, play an important part with us in terms of how they're seated, moving around and arriving at the game, and even to when the game's over, how they will exit the ground in an orderly fashion, put it that way.
Just going back to the 2,000 plus of 100 or so, or 200, I'm not exactly sure of the amount of season tickets you've sold, but are you more or less being able to guarantee if any season ticket holder wants to come to the game, they can come to the game, and then you will look at it to see if there's some other way that if you have to fill the numbers up, you'll go about it to try and get some more of your Crewe fans in?
Well, yeah, currently, if our fans take up the offer, our season ticket holders, then that will we can accommodate that within the 2,000 limit. Obviously, if not all our season ticket holders take that offer up, we'll be able to then move on but I'm anticipating that'll be the case. Season ticket holders first, accommodated, fortunately, within the 2,000 limit. And then at the next stage, hopefully, we can begin to add and develop the numbers.
You would have looked, as you say, at all the protocols, just a couple of things that you know how football supporters are, because now we've missed it from us. We can't believe how we've actually been coping with the Saturday, Tuesday, no fans around. But will there be anything like food bars open, refreshments? Will they be able to sing and will they be able to shout? It all depends how the results going on that one, John. Sorry.
Well, yeah. In case, can you stop people shouting? No, the tea bars, etc., won't be open at this stage. As I say, we're going to take it in stages. The most important thing is we get our valued supporters and our season ticket holders, hopefully almost all of them, into the ground in an unordered fashion, that they're seated within the stadium, within the rules and regulations we have to follow, and that because we're not only looking at our supporters coming back, we want to make sure that they come back into the proper environment with the proper safeguards throughout, for their sake as well as for ours.
You mentioned that word safe. I'm pretty sure that's right at the top of your list. It's important that you adhere to the COVID rules and all those safety aspects like sanitizer, like masks, and whatever you need will be in place.
Yeah, I mean, it is a very, very detailed activity that we're following. We've had compliments on the protocols that we've had developed and had approved. So I'm confident that if we can abide by those protocols, and all the supporters who come will be fully aware of what we would like them to do, and I'm sure they'll cooperate with us, because it's a collective thing, us and our supporters putting on a football game to our enjoyment in a safe environment.
There's no doubt about it, John. As we wrap it all up, we've been privileged, certain sections of us, to still be able to follow the team home and away, and we all appreciate that. And even in your positions of board of directors, chairman, vice chairman, whatever staff, you've been able to do that. I think that message to the supporters is that it's going to be different from the last time you visited the ground in March, but you're asking for patience and to be tolerant.
I think that's a very good way, in your typical way, Graham, of summing it us. We think that we can begin, as I say, down the road, and this is the first stage of our supporters coming into the stadium. And if we, and I'm sure we will be successful in this stage, then we can put in our plans for the next stage.